Prologue. We begin our story far into the future where humanity is in perpetual war against a virus called the Punishing. The virus can infect both machines and humans. An operation has been ordered by Babylonia to retake a city on Earth. Babylonia is a large space station in orbit of Earth and is a safe haven for humanity. We join the Commandant, the player, and Lucia, a construct, in the middle of an operation. Lucia of the Grey Raven squad is severely wounded and is struggling to fight. There are still more infected coming, and they are out of anti-punishing serum. Without the serum, the Commandant can't last long, as they are likely to be infected by the Punishing. Lucia requests to turn off her pain receptor module so she can continue to fight, but the Commandant is worried that Lucia's mind may deviate due to the limit being removed. Constructs are artificial humans that have a memory inductive neural depository, or MIND for short, that simulates the human consciousness. Mind deviation can occur through punishing infection, or if there is a disconnect between the consciousness and body of a construct. To avoid this, all constructs simulate the human body as much as possible to prevent deviation. If a mind deviates too much, a construct will lose their sense of humanity entirely. Despite the concern, Lucia assures the Commandant that she can maintain her humanity with the help of the Commandant's mind beacon. This is part of the inverse system that allows the Commandant to mentally connect directly to a construct's mind. The Commandant agrees and protects Lucia till the process is completed. They continue to battle until suddenly a large energy blasts open a path for them through the crowd of corrupted, and they escape. Lucia, in her state, knows they need to rendezvous with the other two members of Grey Raven so she can properly recover. While retreating, the Commandant looks out for Lucia and sees her symptom of consciousness deviation start to appear. They then regroup in a church with the other two members of the squad, Liv and Lee. Liv can't fight anymore due to her floating cannon's core being overloaded from the previous attack, and Lee's hands were severely damaged in the process. With their condition now, Lee suggests retreating through a church to resupply from another squad. The church they are in triggers something in Lucia, but Lee disregards it as deja vu from her sea of consciousness. The Commandant remarks that the three constructs have a lot of combat experience, but Lee wonders why the Commandant left themselves out. He thinks the Commandant is hiding something, but he chooses not to press further. As the team moves forward, they are confronted by an unknown construct. Liv warns them that the construct has high concentrations of the punishing virus, and for some reason, Lucia can't see the construct clearly. Her mind stability has been reduced. A fight ensues with the construct targeting Lucia specifically. Lucia's vision is distorted as she is hit with the vision where she sees herself in the middle of a battlefield. In the vision, a man shoots her while asking why she can't just obediently die. In the end, Lucia is pinned to the wall by her own katana by the unknown construct. As the construct is about to finish Lucia off, the Commandant tries to intervene, but is stabbed in the same spot as Lucia. The construct asks if the Commandant can really empathize with Lucia. But upon hearing that Lucia and the Commandant trust each other, the construct decides that their misery should continue. She states that she looks forward to the results of Lucia's choice after she learns the truth and judges humanity through this Commandant. She then sheaths her katana and leaves the team behind. Chapter 1 and Hidden Story 1. Graffiti Art. After the construct leaves, Liv performs temporary repairs on Lucia, while Lee finds the whole ordeal confusing. He noticed the construct's katana combat style was shockingly similar to Lucia's, and can't determine why Lucia's vision was having issues. The Sea of Consciousness technology is much more robust and complex than traditional technology, and it should not be able to be hacked so easily. After that, they move on to the rendezvous point, but arrive at the remains of a brutal battle, where many constructs were destroyed. Liv wonders why they didn't use a process called consciousness return to survive. Lee explains that the return helps the constructs save their consciousness before their bodies are destroyed. However, this results in severe and permanent consciousness deviation, and will not work if the Sea of Consciousness is destroyed before the transfer is finished. Scanning the battlefield, Liv locates the signal of survivors nearby, and en route, the damage to Lucia's arm finally takes its toll and is totally broken. A surviving construct informs them that the corrupted have been acting unusually. They also discovered graffiti markings that only machines can interpret and are attracting a lot of corrupted. Lee finds it strange that these corrupted seem to be only attacking humans and human consciousness, so them acting in an organized way might not be the influence of the punishing virus, but something else entirely. After the team is recovered, Liv requests connecting to the Sea of Consciousness of a fallen construct for more clues about the enemy with the help of the commander's thinking beacon. However, some of her functions will stop during the process, and as a result, Lucia and Lee will need to protect Liv, while the commandant helps protect her from infected after images inside the Sea of Consciousness. Liv then extracts the memory and finds that the previous squad had discovered the strange behavior of the infected gathering around the graffiti. One of the constructs tries to erase the graffiti, which results in the whole squad being attacked by corrupted. Suddenly in the real world, a corrupted surprises the squad and throws a paint bomb at Lee. Lee tries to attack it, but it flees. Lee analyzes the model of the corrupted as a spraying machine produced during the Golden Age. They then follow the paint trail after it. While searching, they come across a rundown toy store, where there is only a frog doll and a sheep doll left. Liv and Lucia enjoy an innocent moment surrounded by the brutal world that they live in, with an almost childlike wonder of the dolls. Holding the frog doll in hand, Lucia suddenly feels sad and wants to keep it. Both Liv and Lucia each take a doll and continue on their mission. The team then sneaks through the enemy lines using electromagnetic camouflage and find Nozzle. While painting, it is complaining that both the Ascendants and humans can't understand its work that helps spread the will of the Sage that enlightens the machine. The team then fights through the followers of the machine, while Lee asks it about the Ascendants and the Sage it talked about. Till its death, the machine refuses to reveal anything, so the team tries to extract its memory chip to collect more information. Cecilia then contacts and informs them that Speaker Hassan wants them to return and sends a transport plane to their location. On Babylonia, the Chief Technical Officer, Asimov, is assessing Lucia after the damage and investigating the visual anomaly with the construct earlier. He doesn't reveal anything to the Commandant, as it is a high-level secret matter. As the Commandant is about to leave, Commander Nicola appears as he wants to speak to Lucia when she wakes. The Commandant is then brought to Hassan, the President of Babylonia. He is pleased that the Special Grey Raven squad has a suitable leader, but reminds the Commandant that there will be more trials in the future. Then he prepares to take a look at Nozzle's memory. With the help of Liv to fix the corrupted memory of the machine, the team investigates further. An old painter who owned the spraying machine, Anthony, gave it freedom to create its own art after a long time of assisting him. Anthony tried to paint, but the old artist couldn't understand the work. However, the artist still encouraged it to continue as it might meet people that would understand it in the future. After an unknown period of time, Anthony awoke and found the world in ruin. It suddenly remembered having been a tool for both the humans and the virus. It then saw a happy machine travelogue where it was graced by the joy of the Sage, and decided to spread the will of the Sage around through its pattern paintings, so whichever machine saw it would be awakened. As a result, it gathers a lot of followers. However, the construct soldiers feared the gathering of the infected and started to erase the graffiti, making Anthony and its followers attack them. Then Anthony saw Lee, who said its graffiti was ugly, so it threw a paint bomb at him to make him understand its work. It then moved to another spot where it saw an infected called Tifa, who was attacking humans. Tifa complained about Anthony letting the humans run away and called it stupid, but she was impressed with its ability and proposed that it should become an ascendant with her. However, it refused because it would only follow the Sage, so she attacked it, but with the help of its followers, it escaped. That brings us to the end of this story summary for the Prologue, Chapter 1, and the Chapter 1 Hidden story. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I would really appreciate if you could like and subscribe to the channel. Videos like this take a long time to make, and so I appreciate all of the support. If you're interested in contributing, I would love some contributors. It takes a long time to break down the information of each chapter and to summarize it into a YouTube script, and if that's something you're interested in participating, drop something in the comments, and maybe we can look at connecting and getting this done. I can't pay you, so don't expect pay, but I'm happy to credit you in the video for assisting in those summaries as well. But But thank you so much. I hope you enjoy, and we'll see you in the next one.